do you know? The 100 Years' War, which lasted more than a century, not only redefined warfare, but also fueled Joan of Arc's divine mission, marking a remarkable chapter in history. The 100 Years' War, a protracted and intricate conflict that unfolded from 1337 to 1453, stands as one of the most complex and enduring military engagements in history. Despite its name, this war spanned well over a century, encompassing a series of conflicts and campaigns primarily waged between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of France, with the participation of other European powers. It is a historical tapestry woven with shifting alliances, territorial disputes, and dynastic claims that forever reshaped the landscape of medieval Europe. The Edwardian phase, 1337 to 1360, marked the outset of hostilities as Edward III of England laid claim to the French crown. It included the Battle of Crecy in 1346, a brutal confrontation that showcased the deadly effectiveness of English longbows. Thousands of French knights perished, and the battle left an indelible mark on the war's early trajectory. The Siege of Calais, 1346 to 1347, exposed the horrors of protracted sieges as the English blockade subjected the city's population to extreme suffering and starvation. The Battle of Poitiers, a pivotal engagement in the 100 Years' War, 1356, featured the English, led by Edward, the Black Prince, against the French, commanded by King John II. The English, outnumbered, held a strong defensive position and unleashed deadly volleys of arrows on the charging French knights, causing chaos and heavy losses. The battle ended with a resounding English victory and the capture of King John II. This capture led to a significant turning point in the war, as the French king was held for ransom, resulting in the Treaty of Bretigny, 1360, and the granting of substantial territorial concessions to the English. The Battle of Poitiers was a grim reminder of the brutality and high human cost of medieval warfare and the strategic importance of archers in this protracted conflict. The Caroline phase, 1369 to 1389 of the 100 Years' War, represents a noteworthy interlude marked by both diplomacy and the resumption of hostilities. It began with a temporary truce following the Treaty of Bretigny in 1360, which had ceded substantial territories to the English. However, the peace was fragile and short-lived as hostilities reignited, underscoring the ceaseless and cyclical nature of medieval warfare. During this turbulent period, the French were led by Bertrand du Guesclin, a renowned commander often referred to as the Eagle of Brittany. Bertrand was celebrated for his unwavering determination in defending French interests. His exploits were characterized by heroism and valor, but they also carried an air of tragedy. His leadership on the battlefield, coupled with his tactical brilliance, helped France regain lost ground and challenge English dominance in the war. Bertrand's resilience in the face of adversity added a layer of depth to the already complex narrative of the 100 Years' War, highlighting the human dimension of the conflict and the extraordinary figures it brought to the forefront. The Lancastrian phase of the 100 Years' War, 1415 to 1453, was marked by significant battles and the emergence of Joan of Arc. In 1415, the Battle of Agincourt took place, a brutal and horrifying clash that saw English longbowmen devastate the French cavalry, resulting in a massive loss of life. This battle remains a haunting spectacle of death and destruction. During this phase, Joan of Arc, driven by divine visions, became a symbol of hope for the French resistance against the English occupiers. Her leadership was instrumental in turning the tide of the war, particularly during the siege relief of Orléans in 1429. However, Joan of Arc's capture by the English in 1431 marked a heart-wrenching and pivotal moment. She was put on trial for heresy, and the subsequent proceedings were deeply tragic. Her conviction led to her being burned at the stake, an event that remains one of the most poignant in the war's history. The Lancastrian phase, characterized by both resilience and suffering, left a lasting imprint on the narrative of the 100 Years' War. Throughout the 100 Years' War, relentless campaigns, brutal sieges, and attrition left deep scars of devastation and suffering in both England and France. The long-term consequences were profound, with the war facilitating the concept of modern nation-states and fostering significant advances in military technology and strategy. The introduction of gunpowder and evolving tactics fundamentally reshaped the nature of warfare, setting the stage for future conflicts. The shadow of the Black Death, a pandemic that claimed countless lives, added another layer of tragedy to an already grim tableau. Its relentless spread exacerbated the suffering experienced by soldiers and civilian populations alike. The 100 Years' War, with its rich cast of characters, gruesome battles, and the unceasing sweep of history, serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of ambition and power. It remains a narrative that continues to captivate and disturb, offering a profound and enduring lesson in the annals of history.